Former President Donald Trump often appears proud to tout his administration's record in quickly developing a COVID-19 vaccine, while he was on campaign trail to win another term in the White House. He also blocked use of vaccines. In October, for example, he lobbed social media attacks at Ron DeSantis' pandemic record, reposting allegations that the Florida governor running against him in the Republican presidential primary was too active in vaccinating Sunshine State residents. In another development, Trump simultaneously published an MSNBC article suggesting DeSantis had not adequately vaccinated his voters. Trump's tap dance praising Operation Warp Speed's success in development while criticizing vaccine use is emblematic of how pandemic politics has intensified broader policies. Republican presidential candidates, who are now trailing former president in the polls, are twisting their messages to persuade party's vaccine-skeptical voters. No one embraces the benefits of a public health measure that saves millions of lives without stipulation. Like Trump, even establishment candidates can't seem to avoid embracing the anti-vaccine tendencies of the party base. Trump was pro-vaccine in the final days of his administration, but in an interview with Christian Broadcasting Network at end of November 2021, he repeated dubious anti-vaccine claims. For example, claim that vaccine could impair a woman's fertility. Republican presidential candidates Nikki Haley and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis attend the NBC News Republican presidential primary debate on November 8, 2023 in Miami, Florida. The GOP has won the allegiance of a minority that feels very strongly about the safety of vaccines, Harvard public health professor Robert Blendon told KFF Health News. He said presidential candidates are trying to use this sentiment as a cultural issue to signal distrust of scientists, other experts and government authority in general. The emerging dynamic risks extending beyond the current election cycle influencing public health policy for years to come. This leads to declining vaccination rates among school children and the elderly, which protect them from measles, shingles, HPV. Although candidates have tried to weaponize this rhetoric, they have had little chance of changing the former president's status as a frontrunner. A recent survey by KFF about vaccination plans among adults for influenza, respiratory syncytial virus known as RSV, and COVID found that partisanship remains a key determinant of how people view vaccines. Confidence safety of updated COVID vaccines is sharply divided between parties. While 8-10 Democrats say they have confidence the new vaccines, 1-3 Republicans say they have confidence new vaccines. But Republican voters' primary concern isn't unease about COVID or vaccines. Blendon said concerns about the border, crime and inflation are, and it's not clear that vaccine-focused attacks are hurting Trump. I didn't like his response to C.